I just did this Facebook post I thought was interesting. It was hiding violent crimes from the public. I sent an information request to the City of Midland and asked for a list of all homeowners that had reported somebody in the attic in the last 10 years. City Attorney Gage wrote me back and said the Midland Police Department said that nobody had, but I had the police report showing when I called and reported somebody in the attic on January 8, 2011, so I knew that wasn't true, and they lied. I was ambushed and shot a year later with burglar alarms going off my attic in January 2012. There's reports on that. I then installed a Vivint Security System in my attic to prove this. It dispatched the police to my home twice, reporting somebody in the attic, a Vivint Security System, and then I was forced to turn it off under the threat of being fined by the city. I saw in this, as seen in this short video, I've now documented homeowners all over Midland, Odessa, Texas, and other states reporting people in the attic all over the country. In fact, there's a motion-activated security light on in my attic right now. And here I put this little video. This is less than 2 minutes long. And that's 15 seconds of the 2 minutes. It's just reading that first part.
That woman is facing charges after police say she burned down her home to get rid of someone who she claimed was in the attic.
Carlsbad, New Mexico, another state.
Complainant saying she can hear someone up in the attic. She smells cigarette smoke. She took her family. They're going to be waiting out front.
Midland, Texas. Odessa, Texas.
That he heard someone in the attic.
610 Jeter. Complainant's going to be a 7-year-old male. Say he can hear yelling and fighting. His mother's in the attic. He can hear her being assaulted.
They called her 1096. Crazy. And that's not even all of them. There's a big question. Why is it the present police told you about these violent criminals? Violent. I was ambushed and shot with burglar alarms going off in my attic with my phone lines cut. These are violent criminals, okay? And, you know, and then I went on here, and it was just proving what I said here. This is a print screen of the message that I got back from City Attorney Gates after I sent in my request for a list of all 911 calls for the last 10 years. That's what I asked for. And he said the only record we have is this, and that wasn't having anything to do with the people in the attic. He was telling me Midland Police Department said nobody had called and reported something in the attic when I had called. My Vivint Security System had called. I was shot with burglar alarms, and all them other homeowners called and reported somebody in the attic because I recorded them calls directly from my police scanner. It's just a bold-faced lie to cover up these violent crimes and criminals. Okay, I have the police report showing when I called, and that's what I want to. Here's the number right there, MP number 110102832. Do you think that the Midland Police Department can't look that up in their system? And here it is right here. Sounds like someone is in the attic. That's when I called on January 8, 2011. That was a year before I was ambushed and shot. You know. And then here, I'm showing where they cut my phone lines. I crawled out to save my life. And here at the nurse's note, you'd see on the bottom, you know, I'm telling the detective, sirens kept going off, alarms kept going off. I had them burglar alarms in the attic to prove these crimes were going on. Now it's believed the police were working with the burglars breaking the homes. And that's probably why they're saying, you know, oh, there ain't nobody, that ain't happened ever. Nobody's ever called and reported something in the attic. And it's like, well, how do I have all these police reports and and all these calls off the scanner, somebody is lying. And why are we lying about these killers breaking in homes, shooting unsuspected homeowners, you know? And then here I went on, I then installed a Vivint Security System in my attic. This is, here, I'm going to play this one.
It was an alarm, and I believe it to be a valid alarm because I get a lot of valid alarms. It's just the problem is that the police have been over here more than a couple times, and they won't look. And so, you know, I don't see any big reason to call them, and that's kind of where we're at. So I just acknowledge the alarm, and then I document it, and then we just put it back in service.
I'm sorry, sir, for the trouble. So you don't want a police dispatch?
No, like I said, they've been here more than once, and they won't look. I have that recorded on audio, and so if they're not going to look, it doesn't matter for them to come over. I just document it.
And that's what I was saying. I have the police report from my Vivint alarm system, and that's what I'm talking to the box on the wall. I'm talking to a Vivint person, because their system went to an alarm. It was valid. There was somebody in my, there was nothing wrong with the Vivint system. It did what it was supposed to do. It recognized one of these armed and dangerous criminals in my attic and dispatched police to my house, and the police refused to look. And then they sent me a letter and told me they're going to fine me for any more false alarms after they refused to look 2 different times. That's why I'm telling the Vivint person, I know there's somebody, I know there's an armed and dangerous criminal breaking into my house right now, but the police won't do anything about it, right? And further, more than that, they're lying, saying that it's not even happening. And of course it's happening. And then in that, as we listen to, there's a list of some of them addresses, and that's not even all of them. I'm continually being told of new addresses across the country, or people are reporting people in the attic. I saw a young Hispanic guy on camera in my attic, and as I was saying on this at the intro up there, I said, in fact, there's a motion activated security light in my attic right now, and that's what I'm going to show you right now as we speak. Let's look at the timestamp. Okay, here, let me pull it up on my computer. It's 3:49 p.m., 3/20/21. Okay, and I've got a hole up there above my TV where the wires come down from the ceiling, from the attic, and there's a light on up there. And there's up there, it's a motion light, security light I installed, and you have to get in front of the light before it comes on. It'll stay on for 5 minutes, whatever, and go off. And there's somebody in my home right now, and there was yesterday and the day before, and like I said, I reported my first burglary of habitation felony in 2011, shot in 2012. Found out that the previous homeowner was telling his friends that people were breaking this house before he died. And then we go, why is this happening? Because in the backyard there is an underground home where they were having oil show parties, and they murdered that little girl at the 2010 oil show party. So anyway, there's the Vivint alarm system that I can no longer use. I have to pay for, but the police, I was ordered by the city to, if they got any more what they call false alarms, then they were going to fine me. So I had to turn off my alarm system, right? And they wasn't false alarms, they were real. And there in the backyard is where one of them 3-bedroom, $1 million underground homes is located. And we just want to pan right over here. Here's the Home Depot store. There's the missing tree, the 2 side-by-side manholes on the other side, the telephone pole that has the Suddenlink coax cable that goes in the ground, etc., etc., etc. This is Buddy Way of Midland, Texas.